example with this couple. We're looking at the 401ks, and what we found was that over a long enough period of time, they've got a pretty good average rate of return. But what we were talking about is average rate of return doesn't tell the whole story. And the reason is, if I sat down with somebody and we found out that their average rate of return is about 8% per year on their portfolio, most people would I think, feel pretty okay with that. They'd say, well, if I can continue to average 8% on my money throughout retirement, I'd be happy with that. But we worked our way through the analysis, and we found that last time markets crashed, so back in 2008 through the first quarter of 2009, we found out that the way their portfolio was currently built, it would have dropped 43% at that period of time. So they do have a portfolio that's likely to average 8% per year, but they also have a portfolio that's likely to lose 43% if we get another market crash like 2008. And when you're when you're putting that conversation in those terms, and people start to realize, well, I like the idea of averaging 8%. I'm not okay with taking 43% risk, particularly now that I'm this close to retirement, right? And I'd say anybody listening, if you're within 5 years of retirement, you got to get this looked at, because I can't guarantee you, right? But I'm pretty sure we're going to have a crash within the next 5 years.
Okay.
All right. And I'm not a doom and gloom guy, but it just makes good sense. I think most people would agree with that.
Just because it's been going pretty much overall so well for so long?
Sure, and there's fundamental reasons why markets crash, and they aren't happening right now. But another 5 years is a long period of time. So whether markets crash, next year or 3 years from now, or whenever, you still need a plan. So what we sat down and did was we did the analysis of their current plan. We found they were averaging 8%, but after some tweaking to that current portfolio, we found out that we could find ways to help them continue to average 8% per year on the portfolio, but literally cut the amount of risk they were taking in half. And so now, if you look at it that way, well, would you rather have a portfolio averaging 8% with twice as much risk, or half the risk? Well, clearly half the risk,
right,
if you know how to do it. So that's why the financial analysis, or the portfolio analysis, is really important. And then you take that and you combine that with putting together a truly comprehensive financial plan, where we build out the plan and answer all the questions like, well, how much money can I pull out of my portfolio without running out of money? What about inflation? What about taxes? What about volatility? What about healthcare? What about estate planning? Building all of that into a financial plan makes it truly comprehensive. And that's literally what we do when listeners call up and they want to spend a little bit of time with us in the office. call and we'll do that for you complimentary.